Hello, I'm Josie Grace, and thanks for joining us. This time on In the Spotlight, we take a look at the Signal Oil Company, which was the main sponsor of the Whistler. The Signal Gasoline Company was founded by Samuel B. Mosser in 1922. He was a farmer, and what started as just a gasoline business quickly evolved to include products like grease and oil in 1928. These changes caused the company to become Signal Gas and Oil in 1931. That's when Signal and Standard Oil began a partnership. Later in the year, Signal had its own first run at sponsoring radio programs after becoming the sponsor of a show called Carefree Carnival, which was a variety show out of San Francisco.
And remember, let every traffic signal remind you, with new Signal gasoline, you do go farther than ever. Look for the familiar big yellow and black circle sign that identifies those popular Signal service stations in 7 western states from Canada to Mexico.
It was May 16th of 1942, Signal became the sponsor of the CBS drama The Whistler. The old-time radio program was only heard in the West because Signal was only sold in 7 western states. After that trademark intro, the Whistler began with a familiar phrase every night. That whistle is your signal for the Signal Oil program.
With the prologue of tonight's story, Panic, the Signal Oil Company brings you another strange story by the Whistler. You hear people say there's a reason for everything. Well, there's certainly a reason why, in just 14 years, the Signal Oil Organization has grown from a mere handful of stations in Southern California to almost 2,000 dealers, serving 7 western states from Canada to Mexico. Briefly, that reason is quality of product. 14 years ago, it was Signal Oil Company that introduced the first guaranteed anti-knock gasoline at no extra price. And since then, Signal gasoline has been constantly improved to give you the benefit of every latest development in the automotive and petroleum industry. In today's new Signal gasoline, for instance, the atoms in gasoline molecules have actually been rearranged to create amazing new power. Power that not only helps you enjoy quicker starting, faster pickup, and quieter anti-knock performance from your car, but also helps you go farther than ever on each gallon of Signal. So you see, there's good reason for the swing to Signal. Good reason for you to get acquainted soon with the friendly station in your neighborhood displaying Signal's familiar yellow and black circle sign. And now, back to the Whistler.
Signal Oil sponsored all 692 episodes of The Whistler until it ended on September 22nd of 1955.
You've no doubt noticed those big red and yellow billboards that tell you now go farther than ever with new Signal gasoline. Well, that's important. But unfortunately, there isn't room on those billboards to tell the equally important part of the story, the finer performance in new Signal gasoline that makes this good mileage possible. Now, here's what I mean. New Signal's quicker starting naturally saves gas. Signal's smooth, fast pickup saves gas. And Signal's effortless anti-knock power that sends your motor purring up the steepest hills saves gas. So you see, the features in gasoline that make driving a pleasure are the very same ones that add up to more mileage. That's why we say your speedometer is the best proof of gasoline quality. If you want the tops in performance from your car, the logical place to find it is the new super fuel that now helps you go farther than ever. New Signal gasoline. And now, back to the Whistler.
No one is 100% sure what happened to the Signal Oil Company, but there are 2 theories. The first is that 1 year before the last episode of The Whistler, political changes in the Middle East led to the creation of a holding company called the IOP, or Iranian Oil Participants Limited. British Petroleum was the largest of 16 companies that made up the IOP. It also included Gulf, Royal Dutch Shell, and Signal. But in 1979, political turmoil in Iran caused the IOP holding company to fall apart. The other theory is that Signal merged with the Garrett Corporation in 1964, which had a history in the aerospace industry. That company was known for manufacturing parts for B-25 and 29 bombers, as well as the Lockheed P-80 Shooting Star. After the merger, the new company was called the Signal Companies and in 1985 became Allied Signal. 8 years later, the hyphen was removed. Then in 1999, the company acquired Honeywell for $15 billion and took the name because it was more recognizable. As of 1999, Honeywell employed over 70,000 people worldwide and produces everything from spark plugs to jet engine fuel control.